Johnny Sig and Kevin Perry back yet again, and we have a very special guest we cannot wait to have on for an amazing interview. WBO 160-pound champion of the world, Demetrius Andrade, on the show. 31-0, 19 KOs. But Kevin right now is dealing with some gnats at his house. He's attacked by bugs, so we're going to see if we can make this work. So, Kevin, what's going on with the gnats, man? They're kicking your ass. What's happening?
I got a couple new house plants, and I think since these house plants, we've had them in the house for about a month. I've been seeing these like little tiny flies, and I'm just kind of going like, just trying to, like I'm doing. You remember in Karate Kid with the chopsticks?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but it's kind of funny. It's annoying, you know. Sometimes they're just, you know, you're just chilling and you see in your face and stuff like that. But anyways, moving on from that, really excited to have a WBO middleweight champion Demetrius Andrade in the house today on the KO Nation podcast. Demetrius is in the house, so we're going to bring him in and just kind of give him a proper introduction. We're really happy to have him on the KO Nation podcast. Demetrius, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. You know, just trying to make it happen for you guys. And I'm in the vehicle, but you know what I'm saying, gotta get these kids from school. But I'm here now.
I appreciate what you did to Jason Quigley the last time out. Let's get right to it, brother. Like, you dismantled this man. You went after him like a house on fire. To me, congratulations on your most recent victory, second round stoppage.
Yeah, thank you, man. You know, just attitude, man. You know, just changing the dynamic of things. You know, just not playing no more games. You know, I don't want to hear I can't do something just because somebody, you know, the fans or, you know, some of these critics out here don't really know, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a gentleman's sport. Of course, I'm fighting real guys, of course, not, you know, anybody's coming to lay down. But I had to make a statement for myself and the fans, especially, you know, since this whole Canelo episode went down and people calling me horrible fighters and all this other stuff. It was like, well, now we know what a horrible fighter looks like and what he's capable of doing in 2 rounds with somebody that Canelo was a candidate to fight Canelo at one point in 2020 or 19, I believe so. So I just showed, you know, another side, and I'm gonna keep showing that same side for whoever they put in front of me or whatever comes, you know, whoever comes next. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to beat these guys. That's just what it is. I feel I'm one of the greatest talents in the sport of boxing. Yeah, you know, I haven't showed everything. But I done and showed a lot of skill, talent and my capability of doing things. But it hasn't been with, you know, a top guy. And why? Why if I'm not a good fighter, why am I boring and why am I all this other stuff? These guys doesn't take the easy route, get paid, and say that was an easy, safe fight. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it boils down to at times. That's what it boils down. Not saying that everybody got to fight iron every single time, because we're not built as a machine, but we're machines, but we're not built robotically. But at the same point, it's just like, it's like, okay, when are one of you guys going to step up and make this happen? And then on my end, I got to think outside the box and go up and do things like go up to 10 weight classes just to maybe get somebody. But it ain't going to be somebody that Canelo's fighting, like the easy cherry pick'em fight. It's going to be somebody that's tough, of course, you know, because that's just how it works with what I have going on. I don't have that luxury. And, you know, it's just time for people to see it clearer and clearer and clearer. Why are these people avoiding the fights?
So what do you specifically think you need to do to get these guys in the ring? I mean, obviously you can only fight the people they put in front of you. I was kind of talking to John about this earlier. It's kind of a catch-22 because if you dominate these guys but you don't knock them out, then they say, oh well, he's a boring fighter. But then when you knock him out, then he's still going to get avoided. So it's just an interesting situation to be in. Obviously, you're a great fighter. How do you feel about that? How do you rectify that in your career?
I mean, I already told him, spend more money, spend more money, spend more money, spend more money. At the end of the day, what's the one thing they want? More money. Spend more money. Like, spend the money to put these guys up. You guys spent the money in all the wrong places. Too much money in all the wrong places. So you're trying to make sure that is being done. And then you guys want to go like kind of cheap versus like, somebody like me. As far as when I say that, don't mean I'm getting cheap. The opponents, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, spend the money to put up the $10 million to fight Triple G. Put up the money to fight Charlo. Put up the money to fight, David Benavides. Put up the money to put up, with these top guys, because that's the only way it's going to happen. At the end of the day, it's a risky fight. It's it's going to be a hell of a fight. And, at the end of the day, nobody knows what's going to happen. So as long as you get in there and you get paid versus a dangerous guy, you're going to be like, let's do it.
100%. You checked off all the names on my list that I wanted to ask you about potential opponents, and you checked them all off, man. It shows that you want to fight. And I know your trainer, Mike Velaz, very well, and you guys put in that work. Like, I'm wearing a shirt right now, Cobra Kai, no mercy. There's a reason why I'm wearing this shirt. The last time you were out, Demetrius, you showed no mercy, bro. That was a hell of a performance.
Yeah, that's it. I'm definitely taking, taking the steps, and I'm also getting experience too. Yeah, I've been fighting for a very long time. I don't have 50 fights. I have 31 fights, and every fight is a learning lesson. Every fight is an experience. Every time you get in a ring, no matter who it is that you're in with, you learn something every single time. And so, therefore, for my last fight, I learned, okay, this is what I need to do to make a difference in things right here. This right here. Let's go do that. And, the results came out the way I wanted to, and then the same forth. I mean, styles make a fights, of course, but now I know what it is that I'm going to make a difference in as far as my performance. But the biggest difference is, like I said in the first place, was the money. The guys want to get in for cheap money, which I understand. Nobody does. Our life is on the line. Somebody with Quigley, jaw broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad for the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope he made enough money to take that. Like, this is not an easy sport. This is not an easy sport. You know what I'm saying? That does whatever they can to try to have the edge on somebody, and it's just like, yo, this is not an easy sport. Everybody should be getting, paid. There's no 401k, there's no life insurance, you gotta get your own shit, but like at the end of the day, this sport should be getting paid to put the people in the fights together that needs to make happen. That's it.
Your style, the way your reflexes and counters, and what you do with Mike Velaz, who is awesome as a trainer, like, it's obviously showing up. And the name Boo Boo, I think it's. I have to say, maybe it's because you give people boo boos. Is that where the nickname comes from?
I mean, it's definitely. I definitely turned it into that, but it didn't come from that. It came from like me getting boo-boos, like when I was a young kid, climbing and doing stuff like kids do, climbing trees, roofs, jumping from here to there, doing the fun stuff, of course, back flips and front flips and twisted. I used to run in the house and do all that stuff, and then I definitely turned it into giving boo-boos out. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to run with, but like, I mean, and also it works out too, because when I used to fight as an amateur, I used to go to overseas. for people that don't know, whoever's tuning in, I've been to Moscow twice. I've been to Venezuela. I've been to Hungary. I've been to Budapest. I've been to um, Brazil. I've been to China twice. 2 different pots. One was Beijing for the Olympics. Another one, it's hard for me to pronounce, but I'm not even going to try to. But it was like out there somewhere. I've been to all over Europe. I've been all over the world and fought. And they all knew me as Boo Boo. And it was like every time I was getting ready to fight, and the fans would be like, boo, 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 boo me, boo. And I used to be like, oh shit, they know me. They know me. Oh shit. I just go to Venezuela, they be like, boo, boo. I'm like, shit, they know me. Shit, I'm famous out here. They gonna really know now. They really gonna know once I put my hands
You're
on
gonna learn
them.
today.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn today
for sure. But
exactly,
the
man.
The Olympics was a great experience. I was there with like some really really top athletes from soccer to NBA to fencing to volleyball, from weightlifting. Like a lot of the people we shared housing with, like in Colorado Springs. That's where one of the Olympic training center is, and we was there with a lot of them. And then also when we got to Beijing, China, there was Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, Ginobili, everybody. That's just the basketball realm, and then the soccer realm was Regan. I forgot the guy he got like locks like myself. I think he played for Brazil. Did something, but yeah, man, just a great experience to like run into people that's like on the same level as you in their own sports, that's like driven and willing to do whatever it takes to be number one. So it was a great experience.
That's why I love you, man. Like watching your style, like in the ring, the way you adapt, you always figure things out. Like it's almost impossible for an opponent to prepare for a guy like you. And I think that's why a lot of people want to duck you because it's almost impossible. Like, how do I prepare for this guy? You change your looks, you change your angles.
Yeah, how would you explain like how did you develop the style that you have? Was it organic or was it something that you modeled after somebody, or could you go into that a little bit, Demetrius?
Now, yeah, I mean, listen, my dad, Paul Andrade, who is one of the best trainers in boxing in this whole wide world. I know you guys know Mike Veloz. Mike Veloz, definitely somebody that grew up in the gym with me. But my dad is the one who taught me how to, get to these angles. He's the one. He's the primary teacher of it. And then, as far as that part, my own spices, my own sauce, because I played football. I played basketball. I played baseball. I did tennis. I did karate. I did every single sport that was, and I trained in it, and I picked up, and I learned from it, like and I just took all them things, and I like applied it in far as like when something like will work as far as like this will work for football. Oh shit, this will, like, and just put it all in there on top of the lessons that I was taught through my dad. Mentioned I played football, I did boxing, I did karate, I did fencing, I did tennis, I did baseball, I did all them sports. The first sport I did was karate, and then went to boxing and football, basketball, baseball, tennis, and some fencing.
Oh, you did fencing?
Wow.
Yeah.
So that means you could like do like Star Wars movies and stuff, like with lightsabers.
Yeah. I'm definitely trying to get a acting credit doing some of that stuff,
Okay, so I read your mind with that one.
But
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, nah, definitely. I also way back in the days we was always thinking like, how I have the talent to pretty much do a lot of things, but what's the realistic sport that I could get back to the Olympics in, or like get to like Olympic trials or whatever. And the only sport that's really out there that can happen, I think, is fencing.
That's badass, man. Have you ever seen the?
So,
I'm a big movie fan, especially of martial arts films. Like I was talking about Cobra Kai and stuff. Have you ever seen The Best of the Best Part 2?
nah.
Like the martial arts? Oh man, you got to see the way they. It's a different form of fencing. It's like underground fighting, but they use like steel bars, and it's crazy. And the fight choreography is so incredible, dude. I did some fight choreography like in some like B movies that I was in recently and shit like that. And bro, like to get that kind of shit down, it's you got to have that muscle memory. You know, it's wild. But I'm sure you have that down, bro. What about music? What are you listening to nowadays?
Um, music. I listen to a lot of music right now. You know, I listen to my friend. His name is June Freedom, Cape Verdean American artist. The young gentleman that walked me out for my fight last time. So I tuned into like that type of music. Of course, like old school music, like forever. So a little bit of everything. You know, I'm not afraid to you know what I'm saying? Like get into new things. So I listen to a little bit of everything. I listen to all depends on what we're doing, you know? Also, you know, like when I'm in the house, I want to listen to like, you know, some smooth shit stuff. When we up in the car, we about to go, or in the gym, we about to pump it up, you know what I mean? Or we just listening to whatever. But that's what I listen to a little bit of everything. For people out there, go check out June Freedom. His album is called Anchor. Really nice to listen to. Courses in Creole, that's the language with American as well, but it's more Creole, but you're going to enjoy it because he's like today's world. He was signed with Akon for a while. So like tune into that. June Freedom, and his album is called Anchor.
You know, that's awesome. And I want everyone to check that out.
What genre is that? If for people who are not familiar with this artist,
R&B.
R&B.
I believe R&B. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. You know, and it's funny, like you said, it's about the mood. Like sometimes I'm at home, I put on like smooth shit, but if I'm working out, if I'm at the gym, I put on like Rocky IV soundtrack. I get all crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Put on.
I'm a big fan of Marvin Gaye. You into Marvin Gaye?
Yeah, of course. I listen to all that stuff. Old school, Marvin, Al, James Brown is who I love. Like
Yes.
when I'm in the gym, I listen to a little Temptations. You know, Papa was Rolling Stone. I play that in the gym a lot. I play Michael Jackson. So Dirty Diana. I'm saying that's always a good one. Yeah, man, a lot of you know.
I'm a drummer, and Dirty Diana is not easy to play. It's not. It's a hard song to play, man. Like I'm a drummer. I've been playing drums a long time and stuff. Yeah.
So Demetrius, we wanted to ask you like a few questions about just the current state of boxing. But the first thing I wanted to ask you, you're from Rhode Island, correct?
Yeah, I'm from heaven. I was sent to Providence, Rhode Island.
And so I wanted to ask you about just
from the Lord above.
The current.
Said, boy, you need to come down to the state of Providence, Rhode Island, because they need you, boy. When you get out there, I want to make sure you do and give, inspire all the people, baby. You know that's what you're gonna do right there, that little ass state right there, Rhode Island, boy. You're gonna make New England. You're gonna make it happen for you. You're gonna give them hope. You're gonna give them hope, kid. You're going right here.
Yeah. Oh man, you're great, Demetrius. We love you, man. And we want to know about some other fighters. So who's the best prospect coming out of your area right now? I know you. I'm sure you're familiar with some of the fighters in the gyms that you're around. Who's a young fighter that you could kind of just let us know about that you're seeing that's coming up right now locally?
I mean, our like the next guy that was like, he's not a prospect, he was, but it was Toka Khan. He ended up fighting Shakur Stevenson, maybe like the fight before he fought her yeah, what's his name? Herdis Jarrett. I mean,
Herring.
I don't know. I don't want to mess up his name, hack his name up. The guy that Stevenson just beat for the belt.
Oh, Jamel Herring.
Yeah, Jamel Herring. Yeah. So before that fight, he fought Providence. The fight before went 12 rounds, or 10, 12 rounds, whatever it was. He was like our, guy that was like, that was doing things. There's definitely some talent out here. We got some good talent, but I haven't seen like the like dedication and hard work yet to like make it to be like an overall world champion. Like stylistic is like a problem for people. I haven't really seen that out here quite yet, but the younger kids, the smaller generation, like the junior glove guys, kids, there's definitely a lot of those looking like they have that ability, but nobody like right now, like 20s and third, like nobody right now at that point. But the younger crew looks like they're going to make a good statement if, they got the right parents, of course, the right trainers, dedication and the hard work to, continue. A lot of people doesn't really understand how boxing parenting works, boxing money works, boxing traveling works. Like to really become something, you must, just like, you got to push. You got like my dad, me and him argue about this shit all the time. Like it's his favorite thing to say. He's like, I spent $300,000 traveling you guys all over the world. I gave up this. I had to flip that. I gave you kids everything you need. All you kids. $300,000. Who we going to Kansas City? How much you think that? How much? I'd be like, yo, Dad, chill, bro. I just gave you all that money back like tenfold. I'm like, all right, but like the point of is just like, like kids and like I never really had like a 9 to 5. I never worked. Family members who own a lot of like Section 8 property housing. Like I'm talking about like 50 units, right? And so summertime, I used to go and be like, hi, let me just go, go and do some, work, drive to these places, help like whatever, do stuff like that. I used to like drive cars off the boats at the docks because like, people, whatever, like certain holidays will come up. This is when I'm young. Like this is young, teenage years, whatever. Doing these things, Valentine's Day come, you want to, what I'm saying, something come, you want to make sure you care, whatever you say, you know what I mean, you want whatever. So those are the things I used to do, and then my dad was able to provide, cell phones, all this other stuff, what we need, making sure we were able to get to trips and fights, and his dedication towards like, his kids and like pushing us to get where we need to get to, and and where I'm at today. Now, what I was also saying, like, that's also a tough situation if you don't believe in yourself or, have the right people, because, like, you can be good and it's like, oh, I got to work this 9 to 5. I can't go to the gym because I got to work this 9 to 5. Oh, man, I can't. I got to work. Oh, I can't. Like, so working and boxing is tough. And also, like, people when you're young, whatever, you want to make money, then people want to go in the streets, and that's like the wrong thing to do. If the wrong thing to do. So, you gotta live how you live, of course. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to tell people not to survive how you survive, but like you just got to be careful with the direction you're going in. But what I'm saying is like, boxing is really tough. There's no money in the beginning. You got to rely on your parents. Hopefully they're willing to, or somebody's willing to help sponsor the situation and get you to where you need to get to, and, put money in your, and also, a manager will come into a situation and be like, here, I'll give you, and then I want 40. So there's a lot people don't know about that. This game has a lot of, shocks, individual shocks that like just looks at people as numbers than people. So, that being said, it's like this boxing game is not for everyone. I hope everyone, that thinks about getting into it really understands what they're getting into. And before they get into it, I usually ask why, what, when, all this other stuff. And then, there's school, kid. There's school. I know school ain't always, school is also a way to get a degree and, get a career because whatever, and use boxing to make, some lump sums of money if you can. But what I'm saying is, like, parents, whatever your kids want to do, you can't be like, bringing them over. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, damn, we got to go all the way to Delaware. We got to go all the way to Kansas. We got to go all the way. Yeah, all the way. Take the shit all the way so you could be Olympian. Take the shit all the way so you could be world champion. Take the shit all the way. You know what I'm saying? Take the shit all the way. If your kid or whatever it is that is whatever, and sometimes the kid needs to be pushed by you, like to make sure the kid like, oh, maybe the kid might say, I'm not going. No, motherfucker, you're going.
Yeah, but I remember that my dad used to take me to the track. I used to run track when I was a kid, and I was I made the regionals when I was about 12 years old, and it was my dad who pushed me to make it that far because I was not as dedicated as I should have, and I believe the next following season, all the people that I beat because I wasn't dedicated, they wound up beating me the next year. And so I understand from, sometimes when you have children, and you have children yourself, correct?
I know you're a family man. You got kids, correct?
Yeah, I definitely have kids.
And are they involved in sports or?
Yeah, they do sports. They definitely. My daughters were doing like gymnastics. I'm trying to get them. They're still young, so I'm trying to get them into. See what they like, dancing, track might be the next thing I, start, walking them in. And then, really, I look at the sports. This is what like a parent does. I'm saying somebody might say, I'm like, what sport's going to pay the most? what sport? Okay. If it comes down to, maybe you're not being paid the most. What sport is going to get them free college education?
Yes, sir.
Like, which direction do I have to put them in so they can be like scholarship? I ain't got to pay for shit. You get that? Scholarship. I ain't got to pay for shit.
So you're raising your kids right then,
Use that talent.
I use that talent. And so I got one more question for you, and I appreciate your time, man. All right, TV shows.
Last things I just watched was like Mortal Kombat and Godzilla versus King Kong. And I watched all the Harry Potters like 3 weeks ago. I watched all of them. I watched like all the Lord of the Rings all over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, those are the type of shit. I like the movie called Seven. You ever seen a movie called Seven?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's a classic.
Like every time that movie, I'm watching that movie at least twice a year. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I got my, I like Martin Lawrence. Yes, so I'm saying like when he had the green suit. That's the funniest shit ever. Like he's animated. Like that's one of the best stand-up out there with Martin Lawrence. I gotta watch that like once a year, twice a year maybe.
Word.
Might need an inhaler every time. Well, go ahead. Give me your last question.
All right. No, it's not even a question. I was gonna say this. I'll give a recommendation. Transformers, the movie. From 1986, animated, was released in theaters recently. I went there by myself. My wife wouldn't go there with me. My stepdaughter, who's 13 years old, wouldn't go there with me. I went there by myself. I watched this bad boy in a movie theater. Bro, like I'm a nerd for like sci-fi and like Star Wars and shit like that. And I had the greatest night of my life. It was just wonderful. But I love my family. But it was a great time. So I highly recommend the 35th anniversary of the Transformers. Kevin, you got anything left?
Yeah, just one more before we let you go. Just a couple. You can just kind of put them together. Who you got besides yourself? Who was the fighter of the year?
You know,
It is a tough question because I'm kind of
the one person that is like on that wrecking ball is Terrence Crawford. You know, I mean, I'm not going. Sean Porter's a great fighter.
mm-hmm.
And he fights hard every time. He shows up every single time. Terrence is definitely getting these guys like at the right time for himself too, because he's like now coming upon his weight and all that other stuff, so it works out for him. He's definitely the Earl Spence and him. That thing definitely needs to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the kid, Ernest. I think I was supposed to fight his brother actually, like way back. But he's definitely going to be a problem,
Oh yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see what it is once he like gets in like competition, of course. But he's showing, he can hang and bang with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? He's also a full package guy. Yeah, he's definitely the guy. When I was a lot younger, somebody asked me, "Yo, who you think is the next guy that's going to be somebody?" My answer to them at that time was Jermaine. Is that Ernest kid? He's like that kid right there is going to be. And Jermaine Taylor did a pretty well job. He went pretty far, did some things, and then he got a little crazy in the head. But I mean, that's what taking punches can do to you.
Yeah.
But, I was gonna say he got hit a lot.
His outside life is, but
yeah, I mean,
Ernest kid definitely.
Well, the name of the game. It's hit and don't get hit yourself. And I think you've done an excellent job of that in your career. I haven't seen you really take really any real punishment. I'm sure you probably take more punishment in the gym with your sparring partners than you do in any of these fights. You just look tremendous. Best fight this year that you've seen?
Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, you didn't have to think about that one too much.
I tell you what, Anyway, the other day looked really good. Anyway.
Which one?
Yesterday. You guys didn't see that?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, like I don't understand how someone so small like packs so much punch, But no, I agree with you, Demetrius. Is that if you look at that Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight, I don't understand. Again, we're talking about size, and size makes a difference. How Tyson Fury fights as athletic as he does for being a big, awkward guy. Like, do you have any thoughts on that, Demetrius, before we let you go?
What you say about the Tyson Fury fight?
Is that how does he have such athleticism in Fury as being such a big, like, tall, awkward, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what's your thoughts on that? Because you're a very athletic guy.
It's some skinny legs, man. Them skinny legs.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. He got skinny ass legs though.
That makes it move better.
Top. You're like, you know what I'm saying? I got bigger legs than Tyson Fury.
And you know what, bro? You got a big heart. You're an awesome guy. We appreciate your time today.
Yeah, we really appreciate you just taking some time out of your day. I know you're with your family. We can hear them in the car with you, and we really appreciate this a lot. It's just great to talk to you, and we just want you to get the big fights that you're looking for, and we're just we're hoping to see you in with Charlo, with Canelo. Triple G, any of those fighters, Munguia. They're all makeable fights. I think they're fights that don't let anybody fool you. The fans and me and John are fans. We want to see you win with those guys. And
of course.
yeah.
Of course.
And
So that's
politics
just
aside,
the Canelo fans. That's just the Canelo fans
Yeah.
and the fan that they don't want to see their superhero get beat up. You know what I'm saying? So they're like,
Yeah.
no, you know, deep down inside they're like, please, Canelo, don't fight him. Oh, no, don't fight him. Oh, not that way. No. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel inside. You feel me?
yeah, we feel you.
We feel you 100%. And Demetrius, I want you to enjoy your holiday season.
It's been a pleasure. And but before you go, I just want to let the people who are watching the podcast see a little bit of you in action. And we're just going to show a short clip of you in action.
Demetrius. Boo-boo! Andrade! Oh, it's a sharp left hand from Andrade.
And that's why he is the WBO middleweight champion of the world and a top player in all of boxing, not
Yes,
only
sir.
the middleweight division, of all of boxing. Demetrius, I cannot thank you enough. I wish a very happy holiday to you and your
Yes.
family, you know, you and yours. And you're such a great guy. Like, I'm going to say this on a personal note. You're one of the most approachable people in the sport of boxing and most real and down to earth. And much love and
Yes,
respect
sir.
to you.
You ever thought of doing comedy in the future? I mean, you are hilarious. I mean, really.
You know. I would definitely need to put a script together. You know what I'm saying? Do my own little stand up. You know, but it's all natural though. It's all natural, of course. You know, I could definitely get the pen and paper and start. You know what I'm saying? Putting on something. But yeah, for sure. I mean, listen. God bless you guys.
Yeah, God bless you too.
I'm going to have a suggestion for the comedy. It's called It's Me Again.
It's, that one. That is definitely a good one.
It's not bad. It's a good suggestion. It's me again. But Demetrius, happy holidays, you and your family.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll send you all the links. iHeart, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Podcasts are heard, Google, Amazon, all that kind of good stuff. Demetrius Andrade, thank you so much.
Happy holidays. Appreciate you for coming on the show. Episode 29 of KO Nation podcast. Really appreciate it.
You want to hear
31-0,
something
19
funny?
KOs.
Want to hear something funny?
Yes.
I thought you tried to surprise me because I didn't get your name on the other end, but I thought you trying to surprise me. I was like, oh shit, Dave Chappelle.
Oh man. Right on.
I was like, oh shit, that's Dave. Oh shit.
Maybe you'll put me in his movie.
Too for many years. Like, oh shit, Dave Chappelle.
I was like, my boy, what's the time?
I just fell off my chair.
Happy holidays, yo.
Yeah, you too.
All right,
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Good, man. Happy holidays.
Yeah, peace.
That was awesome. Really fun interview. I mean, so the hilarious guy. He's this great personality. Wish him all the best. I mean, I really want to see him in the big fights.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
It's got me all choked up over here.
He called you Dave Chappelle. That was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was the perfect end to the interview. I mean, that was great.
Oh, that was fucking amazing to end. Like, he's like, what is this, Dave Chappelle now?
But anyways, that was great. I think in so what do we have? So we have coming up, hopefully before the end of the year, we're gonna do end of the year award show, potentially with
Dougie
Fisher. So hopefully we'll get to episode 30 by the end of this year. And it's been a great year so far, John. Doing these shows with you, and really appreciate you helping to get Andrade on. And we did a great interview a few weeks back with 140-pound champion Kali Reese. So that's it for today. Hope to see you guys soon. And thanks again to Demetrius for just putting on an awesome interview. Until next time, KO Nation Podcast, this is Kevin Chappelle and Johnny Sig.